Okay guys, quitting my Cycle for Life. It is somewhere in the month of May 2019 and I'm somewhere in the state of Georgia. As a matter of fact, I'm about 2 miles away from the world famous Thermosman suspension location where he does World Superbike and Motorsports and Moto America suspension tuning. But that's just a coincidence. I'm not headed there today. I'm just traveling through his neighborhood. Well, I'm building a second motocross bike. You guys haven't seen it on YouTube yet. Don't tell anybody. I don't want it publicly released yet, but it's a KX250. KX250. And we're working up another refurbishment video. So anyway, in order to drive these two motocross bikes around, I wanted to get one of those dual carriers to go on the back of the receiver hitch without having to drag a trailer around. I looked around, and Summit Racing is a company I bought some dirt track products from years ago when I was building dirt cars, and they have a location right here in McDonough. So in keeping in line with my purchasing philosophy of buying from brick and mortar and buying from American owned companies, I'm going to go buy a dual motorcycle carrier from Summit Racing today. Okay guys, we are here at Summit Racing Equipment in McDonough, Georgia, getting our Blackwidow dual motorcycle carrier. Was it made in America? No, the box says it was not. Oh well. I'm buying it from an American company in a brick and mortar store, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this and check for all the parts. Be right back. Hey guys, looks like we got this lift back here to the house. This carrier looks pretty good. They did some TIG welding along there. It looks really nice and fully penetrated, and cosmetically they got some black and some blemishing around, but they did better than I would have done for the amount of money they spent for what I paid for it. This is a really good deal for not a lot of money, guys, but unfortunately that means it's made in China. That's the problem. Always is the trade-off. But yeah, everything's there. I opened the package back at Summit, make sure everything was there, so I got everything laid out. Got my brackets, got my destructions here. Don't really need them much. It's just kind of only goes together one way like a jigsaw puzzle. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this built. That's a good girlie. Okay. Okay. If I'm out in the driveway doing something and don't say hi to her, she gets mad at me. I have to come over and pet her. So I turn these ramps so that the handlebars are on the rearmost edge, because the radiator shroud sticks out enough to hit the spare tire. So if I put the other bike here and the handlebars and radiators are up in that space forward, it'll be just fine. So, and then if the seat's up here real high, it'll probably come up around here, go up under that lever. Could always pull the straps and angle this out a little bit like that. But yeah, that's going to work beautifully, guys. But I always like to do brick and mortar stores and pay more when I can to locals. So I drove to Summit and walked in their store, and after I paid taxes, I got out of there for $2.95. So it only cost me $20 more to go pick it up in person. But that way I was able to check all the hardware, all the washers and bolts right there in the parking lot. Make sure everything was ready to go. So this is a nice lightweight design for lightweight bikes. I'd put Ninja 250s and ultralights on it, I would, but I wouldn't put a couple of GSX-R 1000s or a couple of R1s up there. I certainly wouldn't put any cruisers on it. But for what it's advertised for as dirt bikes, it's perfect. Hey guys, it's in May 19. I'm leaving Fannin County Motocross. This is the first actual weekend that I used this Blackwidow. I built it last week and tested it in the driveway, but This is the first weekend I've used it. I'm going to drive about 120, 130 miles with it today. And, you know, you just put a little bit of rear pull to the center, a little bit of front pull to the center, and that gives it, you know, a triangle to center the bike. You know, you wouldn't want to just have these straps on there. Then if you hit a nasty bump, it could pull the bike backwards and take the back tire off. So it's a nice, inexpensive way to carry two dirt bikes, and I really like it. And they work really great. I'm really happy with it. When you're all done loading it up, you just take the ramp, locks in here on these two bolts like this. It kind of tucks away down in there so that it can't accidentally fall out by itself. And then you put a little bit of security on it with these wing nuts. So I wouldn't trust these wing nuts to go far. If I was going real far across country or something, I'd strap that or do something way better with it. But I'm just running an hour home, and so you just throw these on there and squeeze the ramp in a little bit, tighten it down. So the only thing I didn't like about mine, and it may not be mine, it may actually be the van, but this end of the ramp was hanging down at an angle like this, okay? When I put it on, it sloped like that. And rather than use the anti-rattle device that came with the kit, I just made this an anti-rattle device because it also double served as lifting up the rear of this thing, you know. So that's my anti-rattle device, and I like that better. But the product itself is good. Okay, guys, strap your stuff down safely and be careful. You don't want any accidents. Okay, guys, ride safe, wear your helmets. God loves you. Peace out.